Zoom draft though. Maybe that's next year.
It's if we were gonna do a Zoom draft, I don't know if I'd want to do it live
Yeah, 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 yeah. Maybe that's the.
because I have no clue.
Yeah,
You just have no clue. Okay, I think the stream's on. Let me check to see.
yeah. Maybe that's the.
Yeah, stream is live. I'm just gonna catch up with chat. Mickey Hill with first pick, suspicious. LOL, not as rigged as yesterday's. Hi
No.
guys, I'm untouchable. Am I on the clock? Mickey, you are on the clock. Jason Finley, yep. Dylan's or draft doesn't start for 48 minutes. Who you taking? I'm trying to do this on an app. May be a mistake. Mickey said he's taking McCaffrey. Dylan said you LOL you spoiled it and it's better on computer. Jason asked LOL. Hill has first pick. John Stacy's basically on the clock. Jason said if you don't take McCaffrey, he will buy you 3 months on steroid cycle. Can't take steroids. Can't afford my wee wee to shrink anymore.
Who wants that? No one wants a even smaller, appendage. I knew this would be a fun league.
Yeah, Glock, you can join next year. If you make picks, we'll send an email. You'll be able to sign up. And Olakunle George says, "Let's make money this season." Hell yeah!
Yeah, of course.
All right, all right, fat guy. I think I've got you and I set up. Any minute probably. Pick 9 sucks. You'll make it up for it eventually. It all evens out. Wish Dylan had first pick. He's taking Michael Thomas regardless. He would
That's
take a
good point.
kicker. 13 minutes. How many tight ends y'all taking? I got third pick. Might take Thomas for trade capital. I'm not taking as many tight ends as DT, that's for sure. We'll see about that. So we have to take an injured player. You don't have to take an injured player, Dylan. So Dylan, there's free agency. I'll pull up the other league.
You can take it last too, Dylan. Like you go on a start one, pal. Like they accumulate points. It's just
So
you always start.
here's my team. Let's say I didn't like Godair, so I can move him, or I guess you can't do it from here. So you go to players, you go to add players, and you have the option of adding free agency. There's also this WA means they're on waivers, so I can try to pick up Joe Burrow, but if somebody else has a higher waiver claim than myself, they have first dibs at picking him up. And where's the waiver? Here's waiver order. So I'm last on the waiver order because I had the first overall pick, whereas Ryan Williams, Team Williams, had the last pick, so he gets the first spot on the waiver wire. And if you use a waiver, like if Ryan Williams was to use a waiver, he would go to last. Hopefully that made sense.
Oh, Mickey's here. Hello, sir.
What's going on, Mickey? Mickey was just trying to ask Fat Guy why he doesn't have any tattoos.
I have one, and it's a long story, and I regret it.
John Stacy, when you realize you picked a bust, you can drop a player and pick up a player from free agency, waiver wire, or something like that. And
There you
he's
go.
exactly right. I'm just going to throw the mic away from me. Fat Guy, you take this. I'm going to eat for a few minutes.
Jeez, this guy's brutal, man. Don't worry, I already know.
30 minutes till draft. Oh, Dylan, you'll definitely be using it. You'll see as the season goes along.
You should be using it every week, almost.
especially at the start of the year, because there's going to be players that turn out to be really, really good players that no one drafts. So you have a
Yeah.
chance to pick them up in free agency.
Injury is another thing. Like, an injury at quarterback, for instance, for a good team that can sometimes vault the backup into contention. Teddy Bridgewater was a good play for a couple weeks last year.
Yeah.
I think you would know that.
I was trying to think of some of the biggest fantasy surprises over the last couple seasons, and I think of guys like Alvin Kamara.
Yeah,
He was a guy who went undrafted in a lot of leagues his rookie season and became one of the best players at his position fantasy wise.
Michael Thomas was a 16th round pick.
Yeah, Alfred Morris a few years back when he was with Washington for the Redskins.
It's like less heralded guys.
Yeah, guys that you get it a lot with like rookie running backs or just unknown players. Even a guy last year like Terry McLaurin, I don't think he was getting picked in any drafts, and he had a respectable season.
AJ Brown last year was a waiver wire pickup, and he was a top 15 receiver, top 10 receiver.
Yeah, so you definitely want to be using free agency waiver wire to make those changes to your team. And plus, you're going to have guys that get injured. If Mickey takes Christian McCaffrey and he gets injured first game and he's done for the season, like you can put him on IR, or you can drop him and use your waiver claim or free
Mike
agency.
Davis would be the incumbent.
Okay, I'm going to eat, so I'll give me a few minutes.
Trying to get comfortable here, guys. Marcus Allen won me a league. How old are you? It's not too complicated, Dylan. It's not. It's what you can say it. You can just look at a guy who did well in 1 week and say if he's not available or if he's available, I can try and pick him up and put him in my lineup. It's not rock science here, Dylan. We got a half hour till the draft starts. Make sure you guys test to log in too. I feel like a lot of the guys are in this stream but not in the ESPN software, what have you. I'm 45. How could you want to league with Marcus Allen? Were you playing when you were like 6? Hey, Big Rye.
Yeah?
They can hear you.
Well.
John Stacy, I sent you an email. You're allowed to join us. You've been given Zoom privileges. Right on. Islanders are winning. That's good. My girlfriend's cat lives in my house now, and it's not going well so far. Yeah, yeah. It was the late 1900s. So we have to pick 8 RBs, 8 wide receivers, 3. No. Those are what you're allowed, Dylan. You get 16 players. So 16 players can comprise of any number of you're going to need at least 2 running backs, which I highly suggest more. You're going to need at least 2 wide receivers. I've done the 2 wide receiver thing, it works. You need at least 1 QB, 1 kicker, and 1 defense. And then the rest on the bench is however you like it. I wrote a pretty decent email, Dylan. I got to be honest. Just follow that email. Oh, you got a 15-month-old? Oh, shoot. So, no, congratulations, but it does come with its difficulties. Yeah, Dylan got in roughly a 50 back and forth. Dylan always making friends. Well, he wants to be the belle of the ball, and he's done it. So, I mean, I guess that's a positive thing. I got to get comfortable on this fucking couch. Excuse my language. This couch used to be in Big Rye's parents' basement. True fact. Um, I've the most I've done is 2, Mickey. Usually 1 though. Usually 1. That's a sometimes. I mean, sometimes the tees will line up where, like in the old days, if you got a late pick, um, like I rolled with sometimes with the Gronkowski Graham combo, and that was lethal. That was a really good combo. But I mean, that's rare. You usually just want 1. Oh wait, you're gonna get negative comments, Dylan. Not everyone likes me in real life. Believe it or not, I'm not. I'm loved by a few and hated by many. It is a thing. I mean, when you keep going around breaking people's furniture by sitting on it, you're not going to make a lot of friends. Oh, there's no cool way eating a banana. Oh my goodness. Early Super Bowl pick? Wow. Who's got value on them? That's the question. I don't know. Oh, I hate that show, Mickey. Oh, I hate that show. Saints Ravens. Thanks, Dylan. Squarest guy. Like, really? He wants something reasonable. Let me take a look at the current odds. Colts at 25-1 speaks to me a little bit. Packers at 30. That's not too crazy. I don't know where there's value though quite yet. Big Rise trying to find it. We do have it to a number. But we usually don't like these types of markets because of how much juice is in it. I know we're boring. We're so boring. We care about commission and stuff. Yeah, Cowboys at 12. I mean, that one spoke to me too. I just feel like 12 is a little bit off. I'd rather like 16 or something. Holy. You put a bunch of straight guys in a comment section, it gets gay really fast. Well, I mean, Dylan is probably going to go. Kamara would be who I would guess, and that would make sense too. But he might go Michael Thomas. I don't know. They could do the same thing, Mickey. It's just unlikely. I know you have disdain for this Packers team. I think their median's about 8. Finish that banana, Ryan. Yes. Holy jeez. Dylan, man, it's a nice day out. Just keep the rainbow flag from outside your truck. You live in Florida. I'm sure you got one of those beat up trucks or something. It was just that one time, Dylan. He didn't even look the guy in the eyes. Oh. Looks like I'm picking 6. I can see someone I hope falls to me, but I'm not sure. I don't think the app will crash. Yeah. Sorry, Mickey Kills calling was funny. What can we get him to gamble with now? I mean, he doesn't have any hair left, pretty much. Yes, John Stacy is connecting.
I'm on.
This is the best names in the business are John Stacy's, and he is on stream now with his 15-month-old.
Yep.
The JS715 name of the week is named after this gentleman.
Oh, really?
The other league's name was Dylan's Daddies. I'm sad that this couldn't be the name for it, but Dylan's in it, so it wouldn't be apropos. Where do you pick, John?
Number 3.
3?
Yeah. Oh my God, there's a super big lag.
Yeah?
From the YouTube to the...
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's an issue we've been dealing with. I actually got coronavirus, so that's why I've been home.
Really? Wow. How's that going?
Yeah. Oh, it only lasted, I was only sick for a day and a half, maybe. But no, I played in a bunch of underground high stakes Chinese poker games. I mean, you're gonna get coronavirus, I guess. I mean, that's the penalty.
Live ones though, huh? Live games?
Yeah. Online was great for a while, but I used up all my bonuses, and then they started going up again. So
yeah, there's a couple sites that in America now that are somehow allowing cash on there. Some local ones that I've been playing on.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I thought
yeah,
it was
it's weird.
only New Jersey, Nevada.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a city that's about 45 miles from here that's got a local group that they used to have a live tournaments all the time or whatever, and then that when Corona hit that they made a website or whatever and you throw your money on there.
Really?
I've been doing all right, but yeah, it's crazy.
That's rad.
Yeah.
I quarantined at my girlfriend's house, and she her brother-in-law is part of the fast pitch community around here, and I weaseled my way in there, but they're guys that play recreationally, so I pretty much tanked the whole group in 1 month, so I had to find something else to do.
Right,
it was a good month though, I gotta be honest.
Nice.
Yeah, but poker, sometimes you run good, sometimes you don't.
Right. Yeah, I'll email you that site if you want. I don't know if you want to check it out or whatever, but it's a pretty small group. There's not a whole lot of players, so it's kind of nice. You get to know everybody or whatever.
I'll take a look. That's It's so interesting. Yeah, the power of the internet. All this stuff was unfathomable so long ago.
Right.
Yeah. Poker stars up their rake and lower their rewards, so I quit there like 3 months ago. So we need some more advertising revenue so we can up the pricing a little bit.
Man, your guys' ads are ridiculous on your picks
Yeah, on
vids.
this
Holy cow.
the first video, yeah, there's too many, so we got to play around with that. Big rides, I don't know, for a guy that's like 140 pounds, you could maybe eat a little bit less.
The ads are ridiculous. I saw how many they posted, and I can't believe it. It's like every 2 minutes there's an ad, and that's automatically set by YouTube. So I don't know what they're doing. I'm gonna have to manually set it. And what's going on, John? Thanks for joining us. This is awesome that you get to join us and make these picks too.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good time.
I'll go back on mute with my loud ass mouth.
The one downside to me doing this from home is I have our old like $100 mics, and Big Rise got the real expensive ones, so they're a lot more clear. I was a little quiet in the last video. Part of that's because I'm holding it and I move it around like Bob Barker. Q's just like it'll just, you can draft anyone on the list, Mickey. Like Q is just, you can set it so that it'll come up to you like right away as a quick draft. You still have to click the button though. So it's kind of a useless feature, I feel, unless you got a guy way down there.
It's going to be important for him in case his app crashes.
Oh yeah, that might. There you go. Yeah, if your app crashes, that'll work. Got another fantasy draft tomorrow.
Is it the printing league?
Yeah.
No.
I said I was still quarantining, so I couldn't go. Well, you decide, Mickey. It just counts down, and if you don't pick within 1 minute, we do a 1 minute draft, so it's, or 1 minute selection, so it's a lot quicker. Because 2 minutes is just, you want to poke your eyes out. You pick within that minute. It gives you enough time to kind of sort through and weigh your options a little bit. If it will auto draft the best player available. If you run out of time, or the next player queued, as Big Rye pointed out. That was a good point. The app's more likely to crash on the phone. Desktop, it's pretty solid. Are you a Packers fan, John?
No way.
No?
No, hell no.
Who you got then? Obviously, it's someone in that division. Bears? What?
No, I like Atlanta.
You like it? Oh, right. Yeah. I remember now. Yeah. I like him week 1 here against Seattle. I like this pick.
Yeah. I think you might have jinxed him a little bit, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it's standard. I made it pick of the week, so, you know.
Yeah, and I was like, no. Oh, no.
That betting market percentage-wise, it looks great.
It does look good.
People are so down on the Falcons, and like, I know their year was shitty last year, but they're not that bad.
Well, the thing is, it's so polarizing. Like, all of these teams are like between 7 and 9 wins, like on neutral fields, but somehow there's just always polarizing opinions. Like, the Seahawks are pretty even with the Falcons. Like, it's pretty close. I mean, I don't understand why it's such an easy pick to take Seattle, just because someone had recently more success. You know.
What if Gurley's knee somehow regenerated?
It's possible, you know, baby stem cells. You know, it's possible. Him and Christopher Reeves hanging out.
Oh my God. He needs that Magic Johnson treatment.
Yeah. Magic Johnson doesn't look a day over 50.
If we get Dylan in here, we could turn this into the Maury show.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I can't remember my YouTube login, so I can't chat at the same time here.
I think you're good. People can hear you.
I suppose.
Well, I guess maybe you can't see chat.
No, I can see it.
Same characters.
Okay, Mickey. Good luck in the draft.
Yeah. 9 minutes and counting. This will be fun. The t-shirts don't come in McDonald's bags anymore, though. I gotta drop by there.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah,
I'm hoping to get one again.
Oh, I think you should. Yeah, come on. You're gonna have 17 cracks at it. Actually, yeah, with the fantasy, 19 cracks at it. It's a reasonable opportunity.
Right. Yeah, my buddy, his little family pool that he was doing, he's not doing that this year. I don't know what happened, but I'm super bummed.
That sucks.
Oh, so your options are limited to us?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's horrible. Or I'll have to just find a way to get money online, I guess. But
yeah, it's always
entertaining.
Oh, it's fantastic.
So far,
I started at the pub, and then I was tired of losing money, so I just do a lot of homework. So, and still difficult.
So far, 61 people have entered the picks contest for this week.
That's good.
I told one of my buddies that he's kind of the one that got me into that pool thing to join. I don't know if he is yet, but I'll ask him again. I still haven't even done mine, so.
Yeah. It's fun though. It's free. You get a shout out. It's a good way to keep track of how. It's a good way to be honest with yourself, because the big board don't lie. I caught a lot of flack in the comments section, which Big Ryan and I always think is a good omen. The more hate we get, usually the better we do a week after. There was that guy last year. He wrote 7 picks down that he said we're sure not to win, and they won. All of them won, and then he never came back again. And I don't know. There's something so vindicating about that. Like, my best week happens to be when I get the most shade.
Yeah, we'll see. I like to wait till the last minute before I pick, because then you kind of get all the hype, and I get to go with my gut a little better. But
I completely agree, but we got to get the video out on Sunday night to try and capture the most audience. So we take the worst of the lines. I mean, we line shop through the websites, and we pick imaginarily the best one, but those things change a lot sometimes during the week, so it's a little bit tougher.
Usually less than 5% of the bets are put down when we put our video out, so we still really don't know what the market's going to do, even though you get a little indication, but there's still 95.
We're decent at guessing, but that's about it. Go up there. Yeah, my girlfriend's got this cat, and I'm super allergic. I took a pill, but it's getting difficult. I've just never had an animal. I'm just gonna sit right where I want to sit, of course. I gotta figure this out.
Dylan says the Falcons pick's one of your worst picks ever.
Ever? That's insane.
And Mark's joined. He's good to go.
What are you doing to that poor cat?
I don't know. I've never had an animal. It's old. At 16. I'm allergic to it. I can't even touch it. So I'm I don't know what to do. It's our second day together. I gave it a treat today. I fed it yesterday. I bought this water thing. I don't know. I'll give you one more.
Untouchable Jay says you should kick the cat.
300 pounds. 300 pounds. I kick the cat. It's gonna go into the apartment next door.
I like how you're shaving off pounds.
I actually juiced it a little bit.
Is the weight bet still on?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be paying $1,000 probably. Need a haircut.
Well, Mickey was spot on saying I look like Donnie from The Big Lebowski.
Yeah, you're right.
Fat guy, did you draft Devin Singletary yesterday?
I'm pretty sure I did. Let me take a look. Oh, did something happen to him? Is there new news that's bad?
Doesn't seem like it.
I don't know. Lip Jackson might have the inside track. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. He's on my bench. He's my 4th running back behind Elliott Gurley and David Johnson. We got 3 minutes. Perfect.
2 minutes now.
How many we got? Almost everybody in. Text.
Mark
text
is in.
12.
Mark's in.
Oh, he is.
We're missing three people. Pick
Not so
2,
bad.
pick 7, pick 11. I think that's Bill. Tyrone, Tyrone said he was at work.
Dylan, I'm drafting twice because we have to fill it in. It's not that easy. You send out a couple hundred invites, then you get 36 returns, and then 23 people actually sign up, and then sometimes you got to play twice. Just the way logistics are difficult, Dylan. I get it.
Oh, Jackson wants to trade you someone for Devin Singletary.
Anybody. I'm not attached to anybody. Look, I'm wearing a Raiders hat. Up there's a Cleveland Browns Jim Brown painting. You know, I have no allegiances. I'm a spineless, feckless loser. Anything you want.
$30 seconds until the draft starts.
What do you want? Jeez Louise. Go.
Welcome to the best day of the year, draft day.
Holy smokes, that comes in hot. And Mickey Hill, quick on the pick. Already had McCaffrey set up and ready to go. I can tell Fat Guy is super ready.
Yeah, I sure am. Give me a second here.
Hargrave
This cat
on the
is taking
clock.
over my apartment. What's that?
I said Hargrave on the clock. I'm not sure if he's there, though. It might be an auto pick for him.
It looks like it.
Most likely it'll be Saquon.
Dude, I'm going to be Bob Barker running around with the mic here. This is unsettling, to say the least.
Now John's on the clock. And John gets Ezekiel Elliott.
That was the guy I was hoping would fall.
He fell a little bit last year because of his questionableness.
Yeah.
Which ended up being a non-factor.
A solid player, one of the best, especially fantasy-wise.
Oh, Derrick Henry went too?
Dylan took Derrick Henry. I think he was playing coy.
Oh my, I thought he for sure wasn't going to do that.
I thought he'd take Kamara.
I thought I'd get lucky. Yeah. Dylan's playing hard. Dylan does know how to play fantasy.
Yeah, apparently. Dalvin Cook is off the board. Fat guy's on the clock.
Here. All right, the cat's laying down now. This has got to be good. Good omen, right when I'm on the clock. Well, let's select Alvin Kamara. It's the next guy on my list. I just would rather not have him. I'd rather have someone else.
That's it's good trade bait for Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan, you want to trade Derrick Henry for Alvin Kamara? Give you some buyer's remorse?
Are you gonna draft him, or you want me to?
I thought you were going to.
I forgot I'm making the picks for you.
Yeah. You're like one of those girls that sued Bob Barker, and I'm Bob Barker. So you're Vanna. I'm Pat Sajak. I want to see Jackson's team. He wants Singletary.
I believe this is Tyrone's pick, but I don't think he's there, so it's most likely going to be an auto draft. And his auto draft takes Michael Thomas. There goes Clyde Edwards-Helaire at 8.
It seems really early for Edwards-Helaire. I mean, I don't know. It's a gamble. I guess you have to gamble to win.
I think you're just betting on opportunity for him.
That's just true. They usually do bell cow. He could get 90%. This might be a year that they ease off and go 70-30 though.
We'll see. My ball, Zach Ertz, on the clock. And Josh Jacobs is off the board.
Yeah, that's a good pick. There's 2 D Johnsons at running back on Houston, I just realized. It's kind of funny.
Makes it easy. And there goes Nick Chubb.
Also a good selection. Mickey's had a nice fantasy baptizing. Getting CMC is pretty good.
There goes Miles Sanders.
This is a sharp league so far.
Mark taking Joe Mixon. He gets the back-to-back picks.
That's decent.
Mark goes back-to-back with the top guys left on our board.
I have an idea of who I get, and I hope I get him, but Devonta Adams. Tyreek Hill run on receivers here. Kenyon Drake. Austin Eckler. Oh, is it my choice now?
Yep.
I'm going to go with the guy I wanted, Chris Carson. Seattle running back.
Where is he?
.39 ranked.
Thank you.
I could have played a little politics there, but that's the guy I want, so I'm not going to risk it. How is he? He's only like 20 on Yahoo or whatever. ESPN, I didn't realize he was so far.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Kelsey.
Kelsey off the board.
I think this will be the third draft. I bet you I don't get a Raider again. Tyler Lockett, that seems a little early, but everyone seems concerned about the basketball game. I got some money on the Islanders, so I'm curious about that. One. That's all right.
Mickey goes Mike Evans.
Mickey filling out his roster there. How do we feel about the Browns from Jackson Littlewood? I mean, coaching it from Big Ryan and I is such a big deal, and I'm confident about this one. This might be the most confident I've been with coaching, and I like that they picked up a right tackle in free agency from Tennessee, Jack Conklin, pretty decent one. I wish Joe Thomas was here for one more year, but I mean he's lost so much weight that was never going to happen. So I'm positive about this year. I just don't like that we have $35 million on two receivers in Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham. We're not getting the rate of return on that. But, I mean, it's at least an uptick in the right direction. Andrew Berry is a Harvard economics graduate, so that should be a good thing. Back to the draft, though, George Kittle and Kenny Golladay have gone.
John's on the clock. And he goes with DJ Moore.
DJ Moore.
One of Bloodbath's
WR1
favorites.
Carolina Panthers.
James Conner off the board to Dylan.
So Dylan took Derrick Henry and James Conner.
Yep, and he also took Tyler Lockett.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say he probably knows what he's doing, but maybe not.
You're on the clock.
Okay. Running back seems to be the theme, and I keep getting this guy, and I'm going to continue. Todd Gurley.
And Amari Cooper off the board. Allen Robinson.
I don't see the Allen Robinson hype.
Allen Robinson was really, really good a few years back, but it's been a couple years. I know he hasn't
That
been
was 1 year in
completely
Jacksonville.
healthy. Jonathan
I completely
Taylor.
agree, Jackson. Jackson mentioned the age analytics. People invest too much in skill positions. I completely agree. Receiver and running back. Those are low yield positions, I believe. So,
Well,
offensive
this is where it gets to how much does it affect sales, though? Like
That's
money
it.
coming in, which
The
might be more
economics
important. Cortland Sutton off the board. Oh, I guess there's a time limit on group Zoom meetings, but I think we're okay.
You fixed it?
I think so. Patrick Mahomes off the board. Juju Smith-Schuster.
The mastermind behind John Stacey's strategy is on camera now.
What do you want, baby?
Melvin Gordon off the board. David Johnson.
Lamar Jackson. Ooh. I was kind of hoping to possibly snag him. It would have been a nice value pick for the third round, but that's not going to happen.
There's one on the floor right around the corner.
All right.
Yep.
DJ Chark.
DJ Shark. He was really good last year. Mark
Calvin
Andrews.
Ridley.
Alvin Ridley. I'm going to go with Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram. Four in a row for fat guy. Overdrafting, as they say.
Good boy.
I'm jealous of that nourishment. I could use it right now.
But I can come over and you can sit on my lap. It would be about the same scale.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much.
You have more food?
I got more food.
You're gonna be the fat guy. It's gonna be two fat guys if you continue this.
Yeah.
We can't have two. You're the straight guy foil. I don't know how straight you are, but
It's going to be Big Fat Ryan the guy.
yeah.
Okay, Le'Veon.
Well, Cam Akers, Stephon Diggs, Odell Beckham, DeAndre Swift. Mickey's on the clock. Raheem Mostert for Mickey Hill. I don't mind that. That was the next guy on my board. JS715 looks like he's on the clock. Devin Singletary. I like that.
Excellent pick.
That was very high on our board. Second most coveted player.
Zach Ertz to Dylan Toddfield.
I mean, he's got a roster. This isn't the worst. Keenan Allen. So now I have a selection here. We're going to go with David Montgomery, running back Chicago. It's 5 in a row for Fat Guy.
Robert Woods.
Makes sense.
Antonio Gibson.
That's a fun one.
Leonard Fournette. Taking the risk, man.
I mean, it's not bad. The problem with Fournette that I'm interested in is, like, red zone, he should be kind of touchdown dependent, but they have Gronkowski, OJ Howard, Mike Evans. I mean, those are kind of good guys in the red zone. I like Phillip Lindsay. $16, Mickey Hill. Cooper Kupp goes. Guy I was hoping would slide. Scary Terry McLaurin.
One of my favorites.
Yep.
And a homer pick for Mark, DK Metcalf, who looked very impressive in his first season. Darren Waller off the board.
Hunter Henry to run on 2 tight ends. Jarvis Landry. Dak
Prescott and Hunt.
I'm going to go with Deshaun Watson.
Oh, I don't know if you should play that.
Deshaun Watson's going to be a nice spots, at least a nice start this first week. Playing tomorrow against Kansas City.
They got a tougher D, but I mean, I feel like there's going to be a lot of shootouts for Houston. Houston has a bad defense on paper.
AJ Green, James White off the board.
Nicholas
And
Dye saying no one making fun of me for taking Dak. No, I think it's a
John
value pick.
gets T.Y. Hilton, another nice selection.
Nice selection there, getting some good value.
Devontae Parker, the man that I'm scared of in fantasy.
That would have been my next pick, Devontae Parker.
Carry on.
Carry on in a crowded backfield with both DeAndre Swift and veteran Adrian Peterson.
And Kyler Murray.
Oh, Michael Gallup went. Yikes.
John is on the clock.
J.K. Dobbins. There's some possibilities there. Threatening my Mark Ingram.
Marvin
Jones. He was going a little earlier than most.
16 rounds, Mickey. And Russell Wilson off the board. Fat guy on the clock. There's a really nice player right there.
Yeah, I'm going to take a Marlon Mack. Another running back for big fat guy with a huge reach. I'm a little unorthodox in everything, as I'm sure you guys have noticed. Taking him, 60 picks early? Ronald Jones going right behind. Ronald Jones, our next guy on our list, oddly enough. Tyler Boyd, one of my favorite players. Clock winding down on Ertz.
Will Fuller.
The oft injured Will Fuller. Are there really 4 other Will Fullers before him? That would be impressive. Oh, Marquise Brown. Well, that would have been my next pick.
Edelman. Really nice value for Mark picking up Jordan Howard as well as Zach Moss. Those were the next 2 guys on our list.
Yeah.
I'm liking Mark's team.
On Stacy dangling the baby. A lot of pageantry there. Tom Brady, Sterling Shepard. Mark have a receiver?
Juju Smith, Terry McLaurin, and DK Metcalf.
Yeah, he's got 4 running backs too. He's filled out. So Brandon Cooks, Deshaun Jackson, and Deebo Samuel go. So that's going to be a fat guy selection of Sony Michel. Fat guy is full of running backs. I don't mean that literally. That could be a bit much. Evan Ingram. I'm assuming Pride has got to be Dylan Toddfield.
Yeah.
Unless I'm sorely mistaken.
You only have room for one more running back.
Yep.
Drew Brees. Dylan gets Drew Brees.
It's his man.
In more ways than one. Tevin Coleman. Nice selection, John. That was next guy on our list.
That was next guy on our list. Yeah, they're all kind of falling in line here.
Mickey Hill picking up Tariq Cohen.
It's another good selection.
And Matt Breida.
Mickey Hill doing the right thing. Running backs are at a premium.
Mickey is set up for success. He's got a good team as well.
Tyler Higbee, a popular one, rising the ranks. Matt Ryan.
There's a homer pick right there for John.
Matty Ice. He was high on our list. I got to be honest. He's got to have one. He's got to have one Atlanta guy.
Yeah. Dylan's on the clock.
Dylan Traquan Smith is available. Emmanuel Sanders.
I got a feeling I know. If
Jared
Dylan pulls this off, I'm going to be amazed. Nope. He goes with Sanders. Which is also another New Orleans Saint. And Latavius Murray.
That was my selection, was going to be Latavius Murray. I got to take a moment here now and assess the situation. I'm going to go with Jamison Crowder, New York Jets. Christian Kirk. Can understand that one.
And the Steelers D go early.
Very early. Who took him?
Whoever's Pittsburgh Steelers.
Alexander Madison.
Bills D off the board.
Oh, my next pick is taken.
The rug
Unfortunate.
was pulled out underneath you.
Jerry Judy.
Gronkowski. Chase Edmonds. Butker. John Brown. Noah Fant.
I'm going to go with Darius Slayton. He was the next guy up, Big Rye, in the queue. Ditka's on the clock. Rockin' Robbie Anderson. Jamal Williams. Didn't see that one coming.
Dylan hoping for that Aaron Jones injury.
John Stacey's not at the helm. Got 30 seconds counting down. He's going to make it. He's going to make it. Jared Cook, the guy I was going to pick. Yikes. Now, who knows if he would have made it that far, though. I didn't see where he was on the list.
Jason said this is when he's going to handcuff us.
Perriman. Darrell Henderson.
And John is back on the clock. He takes the Niners. Defense.
Strong defense. Probably the best defense last year. San Francisco.
Hayden Hurst.
At tight end for Dylan Toddfield. John Stacy taking us for a ride.
Bedtime around these parts, my bad.
Yeah, got to get more comfortable. Yeah. Yeah, when you got kids. Mike Williams. Also going to be my next selection. Oh, I'm on the clock now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with a little off script for us. Sorry, Big Rye. Oh, CD Lamb already went. I'm going to go Will Lutz. Josh Allen, some serious value for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Boston Scott. My friend's mean dog was named Boston. Is that a tough name? I don't know. My favorite donut, clearly.
It's wicked hard.
Yeah, yeah.
Bolts taking Duke Johnson.
It's a best pick on the board for us.
3 picks in a row.
Yeah, interesting.
Next up is TJ Hawkinson. Anthony Miller.
Are these guys like for real? They're following our list. Holy.
Aaron Rodgers off the board. I'm going to remove kickers.
Mike Gesicki. One of my favorites. Jack Doyle going.
It's a little bit off, but this is, if you can see on the sheet, I'd suggest this.
Well, that's actually what I was going to do. Austin Hooper. We're thinking the same way, Big Rye.
So, fat guy, you still need a defense and 3 bench spots.
3 bench spots, absolutely. I'm gonna end up drafting one of my least favorite players of all time. And I swear, this happens every year. I started him last year, all year, and I won that year. Well, not all year, but for a good 4 weeks of the year last year, and I won. So we'll see.
I think I'd still go with
Top dog?
this guy, 111.
Yeah, that's... I think he'll go undrafted.
Possibly.
John staring intently into his computer, conflicted. And he takes the guy I was going to take, Sammy Watkins.
Saints defense.
They have a
yours
tough
truly.
go. I have them one league. They have a tough go. He's going to play them against the Bucks. I mean, sure. It's going to be hard. Bucks have a lot of firepower. We haven't seen that come into play, but Darrington Evans. This league is decent, this one. I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Rams.
Well, you've got your starting lineup set. The world is your oyster.
Boy, is it ever. So running back I want to grab, but looks like he's injured. He's been selected. Who's going to take a chance on Cam Newton? Probably no one, I would imagine. Oh, someone will. Auto draft. Chris Thompson. Michael Pittman Jr. Second round pick for the Colts. Someone I was considering.
Yes, John.
Justin Jefferson. These might be a little off script, Big Rye.
It's fine. You got 3 spots to fill up how you'd like. Oh.
Fitzgerald and Ryan Tannehill going. Tannehill had a great season last year. Greg the Legs Zerline, Cam Newton. I'm going Brandon Ayuk.
James Robinson might be an excellent value pick in the 14th
Possibility.
round. Brian Hill off the board. Ben Roethlisberger.
Alan Lazard. No relation to Commandant Lazard.
I guess not. Pat's D and Colts D.
Colts D went.
Yeah.
That's bad for me.
I think auto drafted. John Stacy with the Joe Burrow selection.
Could be really good. Could be very good.
Dylan selecting Cole Beasley with his 14th round or 15th round pick.
time on the clock. I'm going to go with Tennessee Titans defense.
Titans D, Bears D off the board.
Tennessee's got some favorable matchups this year.
Blake Jarwin. Jason Finley saying this league looks like it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I'm interested. This is I feel like a lot of these guys made some good selections that weren't slaves to the ESPN board, which is always nice.
Drinking buddy Matt Prater.
Yeah. Who do we have at receiver? I can't even see.
Crowder,
Jamison
Slayton,
Crowder.
and Ayuk.
Right. Some tier 4 options there.
We gonna do an after show, fat guy?
We can hang out for a bit. I got time. Jimmy G. Ryan Salkup, who had one really a bad half year with Tennessee and they let him go. And now he's crawled his way back. Who's he on, Pittsburgh now?
Tampa Bay.
Suckup? Oh, okay. No. Eagles D got a nice first week 1 matchup with the Washington football team.
Cowboys D off the board.
There's no slam dunk defenses this year.
Yeah, just looking at it from the outside, there's not much to it.
Baker Mayfield.
I was thinking this year is the least amount of work I've put into predicting defenses.
Yeah, well, there's nothing jumps off the page, anyways, from a I don't know, layman point of view, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Chris Ballard's the kicker. I'm gonna go with Jerick McKinnon.
Really nice value for the last pick.
Perhaps he could do nothing or he could do everything.
And Milky Hill will round it out. See what.
Who did he get as Jake Elliott?
Mickey needs a kicker.
Oh, he's going to have the run to the litter, but still a lot of choices regardless. He went with Indy's kicker. What's that guy's name again? Something Blankenship?
What? Rodrigo Blankenship?
Yeah. Much like Kenny Blankenship.
I was just thinking that's hilarious. Well, week 1 you play the Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers.
Let's see the matchup. Watson versus Prescott. I think it's close. Kamara versus Clyde Edwards-Helaire. That's close too. I don't know. They gave me those ones. Carson versus Eckler. I like Carson in this matchup. Crowder, Allen Robinson. I actually think that's a wash, even though they like it. This is a tight matchup. Oh, it says we're going to tie. Huh. Darius Slayton, Calvin Ridley. Much prefer Calvin Ridley. Austin Hooper against Noah Fant. I'll take Hooper. They got to pass more. Todd Gurley against Antonio Gibson. Gurley all day. Rams D. I'm not going to be playing Rams D. I'll be playing Tennessee's D. And Will Lutz against Greg Zuerlein. That's pretty even too. I'd say I got a 52%er there just because I'm going to slide in Tennessee's D against Denver. I was going to draft 3 defenses, but somebody drafted Indy. It would have been my week 1 play against Jacksonville.
That was awesome, Jay. And Mickey said that his wife's TV went out. He thought he was going to have to get a divorce. And Mickey ended up with 6 running backs.
That's the way to go. Let's take a look at Mickey's team. Oh, he's playing Dylan first week? You can't even write this stuff. Kyler Murray, that's completely fine as a starting quarterback. McCaffrey's the best running back in fantasy. It's just true. Derrick Henry's pretty good, though. James Conner against DeAndre Swift. He's got other options there. I think he might have to exercise that. Maybe put Mostert in for Swift and play a different flex. That's an idea.
He's got carry on as well.
Yeah, he's going to have to figure something out there. I don't think Swift is the play week 1. Later on this season, sure. Mike Evans, CeeDee Lamb. You're not going to have a problem there starting those guys. George Kittle, second best tight end in the game. This is a good starting roster. Patriots D is at home to Miami. That's one of the best week 1 matchups in theory. Kicker's a kicker. Yeah, you got to fill in. On his bye, Mickey, you just drop another player, and pick up a tight end. It's called like a rental.
You drop Alan Lazard, or you drop
and Keel Harry,
Daniel Jones. You're going to have guys that aren't playing well, most likely. So you drop whoever it is and pick up a tight end to spot start, and then you can drop your tight end the next week and pick up.
You're definitely not dropping George Kittle. In fact, some of the players you're not even allowed to drop because they're so good, and I would imagine George Kittle might be on that list. So that's why you have those bench spots. Yeah, like if you have to pick up like Eric Ebron or something, it's not that bad, right? So that's why a lot of your bench spots are kind of fluid. Let's see Dylan's team now. Drew Brees, not. You got a starter all year. Henry, Connor, 2 starters all year. Lockett, Diggs, 2 starters. Zach Ertz is probably the 3rd best tight end. Little weak at flex with James White. Saints D, they got a tough week 1, but I mean he gets to homer out on them. And then who could he play in his flex? Marvin Jones, Emmanuel Sanders, Jamal Williams. Oh, he's got 2 tight ends, Hayden Hurst. James Robinson might be a starter. That could be a good pick. Cole Beasley and Denzel Mims. I would look to try and find a good matchup. I kind of like... who would I go there out of those guys? I might go Marvin Jones as my flex over James White, but if I were to pick it, I think Mickey's a small favorite. Not that the ESPN agrees with me, but this is a good battle. Is this the battle of the century, part 4?
Yeah.
It is week 1. We got fireworks. Who are the other matchups?
Let's take a look. Cam Winstone versus Suck My Dicka.
Yeah. Mahomes, Miles Sanders, David Johnson. Yeah. Well, the thing is, Mickey, is you just kind of, no one really knows. That's the thing. You can go with highest projected, but I mean, you're definitely that, Mickey. You just kind of think of teams with bad defenses end up like teams with bad defenses. Their first and second down runner kind of like loses their value a little bit if they're in a team that's they're tough to win against. I'm trying to think of what a good example of that would be.
Well, the thing with fantasy football is you can have, like, people can argue all day about if you should start Kerryon Johnson or if you should start, Raheem Mostert. And it really comes down to whatever you prefer. Like, you might like Kerryon going against Chicago's defense more than you like Mostert going against Arizona's defense. Wow. Or, like, you might think that if San Fran, you think they're going to blow them out, then Mostert, I don't know, maybe he doesn't play as much as someone like Kerryon. You just kind of think through each one of the players and decide where you're going to go with each player you want to start.
If there's an injury at corner, stuff like that. Yeah, it's 1-on-1 every week, and you get a win-loss record. And then at the end of the year, there's playoff seeding based on your win-loss record. So you get to go against Mick. You're gonna get to go against me. You're gonna go against Mickey. So Mickey's week 1, so this is big time. Yeah, you guys did fine though. Like these teams aren't horrible. I can't believe Dylan actually bucked the trend and picked Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I was surprised by that as well.
He ended up with less Saints than I thought.
I don't know.
I don't think you're going to be 0-16. You got about an even team, Mickey. You should probably break even. I don't know if you got a playoff team, but you can always make adjustments too. That's the good thing about it. Yeah. Is you can do a little bit of homework. One cornerback injury, it boosts the second wide receiver on a team, all that kind of stuff. You can look ahead and try and pick up a guy who's going to have a good matchup down the line. Like, for instance, a defense that's playing Jacksonville, considering Jacksonville probably has the worst offense. That's always you can plan ahead by picking a defense that will play them in a few weeks. Who's Ditka's team is... They short on running backs, though. Yeah, it looks like it.
They've got Latavius.
This is pretty even. There's no really good team, though, I don't think. I have a very weak team in certain areas, but... I got all the running backs. Cam with a 99 rating. I mean... Matchup-wise, Cam Newton's got a nice week 1. Oh, Cam. Go back to it.
Oh, yeah, his projected total.
Oh, that's his projected points, Mickey. That's how many points he's projected to get for the week. Mahomes, Sanders, David Johnson. Those are weak on the weaker end of running backs, I think. They're still pretty good. Devontae Adams, Cooper Kupp. This is a good starting lineup. Darren Waller, Julian Edelman, Cowboys suck up. It's a good starting line. Tom Brady backup. I don't know if I would have done that. Chase Edmonds is one of the best backup running backs in the league. Chris Thompson. This guy's got a reasonable team.
Stuff like this is interesting. Miles Sanders has a 13 projection. He's questionable coming into the week. Philly's offensive line has taken some hits this offseason, and they have to go against Washington's front seven, which is not going to be easy.
People don't understand. Washington's front seven is actually really good. That's the strength of the whole team. Everything else is garbage. That front seven is for real. It's one of the best in the league.
So some of these projections can be a little bit...
They're optimistic because people like higher numbers.
Yeah. Like the average fantasy team would put up 89 points. So for all of these 85. to be above that is... The projections are projections. And especially like at the start of the season, these projections are not going to be accurate at all. They'll get more accurate as the season goes along, but they're also no guarantee.
They'll still be
like DeAndre Hopkins could put up 3 touchdowns, or he might have no catches.
Well, not him, but I mean, yeah, he could have no catches, but
Well, let's say Terry McLaurin a bad game for him would be what, 3 catches for 40 yards?
Yeah.
So that'd be 4 fantasy points. A good game would be what, 130 and 2 touchdowns?
Well, so that's not a good game. That's an excellent game.
That would be 25.
And 1 touchdown, so 19.
So he could score as little as 3 or as high as 25.
He can score as little as 0, but his bad games are 40 and his good games are like 16.
Yeah, so his boom is 14 points. His bust is 3 points. Player insights show probabilities.
I don't know how accurate these are.
Yeah, I think this is fine. Doing stuff like this for fantasy football with guaranteed numbers is actually quite easy.
Yeah.
So you'll also be able to come over here to players. If you want to look at quarterbacks, you can see all their projections as well. This isn't sorting properly, so hopefully they fix that.
Yeah, there's a lot of leagues are won on the waiver wire and stuff, so there's a lot of those questions that people have. Who should I start? So, but some of the time though, I don't know. A lot of that's like there's no right answer to it. There's a lot of luck involved.
Just checking the status of DeAndre Hopkins. He signed his big extension yesterday. 2 years, $54 million. He returned to practice August 19th, so I don't know if he's questionable.
They might list him that way. I don't like that they got rid of probable.
There's some interesting names on this list. Like guys that stand out to me. Darrell Williams. Like it's going to be if Clyde Edwards-Helaire plays bad or has an injury, Darrell Williams might be a big-time player.
Big-time player.
A.J. Dillon as well. Carlos Hyde's another interesting name to see.
Carlos Hyde, for sure.
Even Malcolm Brown, they said that might be a 3-way split.
Yeah, and he could win the job, right?
Giovanni Bernard could be the every down back for Cincinnati if...
there's a Mexican injury.
Yeah. J.D. McKissick might be the starter from the get-go for Washington.
I don't know about that.
He was listed as the starter, so it's just it's interesting.
Yeah, Gibson's got the highest upside though. See, like there's so much speculation. That's why like some of the guys are so valued. Like McCaffrey, if there's no injury, he's just gonna play every down more or less.
Even Royce Freeman. It's like Ty Montgomery on the Saints.
I don't know what Ty Montgomery. Latavius Murray is one of the best handcuffs.
It's interesting to see the names. Is T. Higgins a rookie?
Yeah.
Dylan, your team's fine. Untouchable Jay doesn't feel the same. He thinks his team sucks.
Yeah, but you're going to want to... It's not a Ron Popeil set it and forget it thing, though, Dylan. So you're always going to try and look to improve in certain spots. Guys that I don't know. If there's value on the waiver wire, you gotta jump on it.
Is Josh Gordon on the roster?
Yeah, I don't think he's reinstated though.
Oh yeah. That's a busy wide receiver room with Gordon, Dorsett, David Moore, Tyler Lockett, and DK Metcalf.
Yep. You're probably gonna. I don't know if ESPN does a draft grading thing.
I don't know if they do.
Yeah, who does? But I don't know. I don't find it particularly valuable.
It doesn't look like they have draft grades, but I don't like the draft grades. I think they're kind of silly.
With my $100, I will buy Mickey Kill cotton swabs so it's easier for him to dig bugs out of his wife's ear. What is this guy talking about? What's he doing?
I don't know, but he's all about digging bugs out of ears lately.
I don't know. I think I'm winning every matchup. Dylan says that. Okay. And if you're confident, I'll tell you what, Dylan. I'll give you you give me 2-1. I'll take Mickey's team. You put up 100. I'll put up 50 if you're that confident. Crickets, I would imagine.
Do you want to live stream tomorrow's game?
I can't.
Okay. So it looks like we're not going to be live streaming the game tomorrow.
Tomorrow I can't. I gotta,
Sounds like you're going to be making some money. That's what it sounds like to me.
It's possible.
Well, as long as they pay you at the end.
Well, it depends on my performance.
Yeah. Nope, I never thought about doing PPR. I'd rather do an auction league before I do a PPR league, and I know those things are not the same. Like you can auction a PPR league, but I don't know. I've always done non-PPR, and I like it.
Yeah. PPR, I don't know.
I think.
Part of it's. Go ahead.
I think PPR is super unfair for certain receiving backs. Like it's just too much. Like if McCaffrey's going to have, like I think when we did our numbers, our big thing is how many points a player will have compared to a free agent that you can pick up.
Yeah.
And a player like McCaffrey has 16 points more than the average running back, according to our numbers. And
which is huge.
16-point swing for any player, I think it's just too high. It's just more numbers. Yeah, like the scoring's a little more I don't know. I guess it's exciting to watch a game and be cheering for guys to get receptions, which like you already do normally with fantasy, but it counts for a little more. But I don't know. It's all relative. Untouchable Jay and Mickey Hill think you're playing poker. That's their guess.
There's a chance. There's a chance.
And Untouchable Jay wants to kiss you.
Oh.
What does he think this is? Super Bowl III? But yeah, keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah. I never cared for Kiss much as a band. I don't know.
I don't think many people do.
I don't know. I feel like they're popular. Even though Gene Simmons is such a scumbag.
There's 55-year-old women all around the country that would love to see Kiss play.
Always have found them interesting. Although I do like that song by Paul Stanley, Back in the New York Groove. Or is it Ace Frehley? I don't know. We're not good with the music here. We're Canadian.
Yeah.
What do we know? We're Canadian. What do we know about anything?
What do we know about anything?
Our prime minister spends $1 million taxpayer dollars to have one chick take pictures of him for Instagram. I wish that was a joke, eh?
That would be nice. I feel like we're just getting off topic. I think we're going to end the stream here. Doesn't seem like we got much else to talk about. Tomorrow is going to be day one, fantasy football, day one of real football. Looking forward to watching this game. It's going to be interesting to see how the fans are in the stadium. Like, I know it's not football related completely, but I'm just interested to see what that's like.
Well, it's only for you've got Anne Murray. There, yeah, I don't listen to much Anne Murray. There's only four stadiums, I think. The Jags, the Chiefs, the Colts only have like 3,500. I'm not sure who else. You're gonna go 61. I'll take the under on that, Jay. All right, Dylan.
That's hard.
You wanted to bet $1,000 that you would get number one on the leaderboard. We can make this. We can make a wager right now. We can close the stream with a bang. What do you want to bet? What do you want to pick?
That's a lot of shifts at BJ's.
Yeah, I bet you won't make it in the top three, Dylan. We'll give him time to come up with what he wants to do. You want to bet dollars? What do you want to bet? Crickets from Dylan?
I think you should let Dylan sit on it and think, and he should get back to us on Sunday because we'll most likely be streaming the Sunday night football game.
We're gonna spot him a game? All right.
No, I think he should be. I think he should decide.
You got to come up with something, Dylan. I'm willing to wager. Yeah, I agree with you, Jay.
All right, we appreciate you guys stopping by. Thanks for participating in the draft or watching the draft.
Yeah.
And looking forward to the upcoming season. Remember to make your guys' picks if you haven't made them yet. Make them before kickoff tomorrow, or else I'll have to take the Thursday game off your pick sheet.
Yeah.
Dylan's requesting that we stream the Saints-Bucks.
What time do they start at? That game start?
I think that's the late game. It's at,
if that's a Sunday nighter, then you will be doing that.
It's a Sunday afternoon game. 1:25 p.m.
Maybe.
There's a chance. What's the let me
What's
just
the
see
Sunday
what the
nighter?
other games are. The Sunday night game is Cowboys Rams. I'm looking forward to that.
I knew it.
There's also Chargers Bengals and Cardinals 49ers. I don't know if we're going to be streaming during the midday games. We'll see. Well, we should be streaming Sunday night, right? You free Sunday night?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cowboys
Sunday night.
Rams will be watching for sure.
It kind of drags. Like there's a lot of dead air when we're watching all the other games and stuff.
Yeah.
So we
If
try
we
and jam pack everything in there.
Even if we start midday, it'd be 8 hours straight for us, and that's just nobody
Yeah.
wants to be with us for 8 hours. So we'll do the Cowboys Rams. That'll be a solid like 3-4 hours. We'll do that stream.
A lot of fanfare because that's not the best game, Cowboys Rams. I know you might think so. I'm Bucks, Saints, and Cardinals, 49ers kind of speaking to me a bit more.
Well, I joke about entertainment value, but I think Jets Bills is going to be a fun game to watch. I think Packers Vikings is a good game to watch. I'm actually interested to see what Washington looks like for this season. We like the Browns. The Ravens are an excellent team. Colts, Jags. I'm interested to see how good the Colts can be. Like, I feel like they might be able to take the next step. They've definitely made personnel changes to be a much better team. Raiders, Panthers. I don't know. I want to see these Panthers play. I think Bears, Lions is a boring game. Seahawks, Falcons should be good. That'll be interesting. I think Falcons are going to surprise a lot of people. I'm actually really interested in Miami, New England. I feel like both of those teams, like I really don't know what to expect from either team. Chargers, Bengals is kind of a bore. But if is Burrow starting? Have they announced that?
Oh, of course, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be fun then. I want to see how he plays.
He's really good.
Niners, Cardinals might be the best game to watch. Bucks, Saints obviously is going to be really fun to watch because of Brady getting his first start. I think Cowboys, Rams is just such an evenly matched game with the Rams being at home.
Assuming home means anything.
Yeah. I'm not that excited about the Giants, but I always like watching the Steelers play. And then Tennessee, Denver is kind of meh. I like watching Tennessee, but I don't know. Denver doesn't excite me. We'll see with Locke.
All right, we're going to end the stream, gentlemen.
All right. We'll catch you guys on Sunday.